Hey guys, welcome back to the Simple Cozy Haven. I rounded up 15 of my favorite Amazon home finds to add functionality and coziness to every corner of your home. So if you're looking for something to ask for this holiday season or shopping for someone you already have in mind, grab a cozy drink, sit back, and let's go through these awesome Amazon home favorites. And before we jump in, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Simple Cozy Haven if you are looking for more cozy inspiration for your home. So without further ado, let's get started. So my first Amazon home favorite to share with you guys are these beautiful dining room sconces I have. I had followed a girl on TikTok. I think it was Kate in New York or something like that. I don't remember her username. It's been 2 years since I bought these. But she shared these beautiful sconces, and the moment I saw them, I knew I had to have them. They offer this beautiful, elegant touch, but at an affordable price. Like, I got a set of 2 for under $100. It might have even been under $50 at the time. I don't really remember, but they were well worth the purchase and I love them. I had my husband hardwire them into the wall, and then he added little turn switch plates so I can turn them on easily. And every time someone new comes to our house, they compliment us on those light fixtures. So definitely money well spent there. Another favorite of mine is my ceiling medallion, again in my dining room. I had spent a while looking through what Lowe's and Home Depot had to offer, but they weren't anything that really stood out to me. I love how this one has the same circular shape, but also has the 4 corners. I think it is gorgeous. And it's just a very traditional piece. I know that ceiling medallions aren't for everyone, but if you are looking for one, this is a great price point, and it just gives your room so much personality and just, again, traditional charm, and you probably love too if you are watching these videos. My third Amazon home favorite is a digital picture frame. My mom had one in her house for years, and I love that it comes with an app on your phone that you can just go on the app and select the pictures you want to send to your frame, and it's amazing. You can showcase all of your family pictures, and even if you wanted to send a relative a picture who had the same picture frame, you can get their little code and send it to them as well. So this is a great gift for grandparents or family who lives further away. This way you can share those memories with them and they can just continuously see them. My 3-year-old loves to sit at the bar in the morning having breakfast, and he'll just be watching the pictures just scroll by, and he just remembers all of those fun times. And it's just fun to be able to see all of your family pictures in one spot, but be able to see all of them. So that's something I definitely recommend and is a great Christmas present. Okay, so this next find is a kind of different. I have never been a big Amazon furniture shopper, but I was looking for a budget-friendly ottoman that would fit in the corner in our living room, and I actually found this one, and it has held up pretty well over 2 years. Again, I've got 3 boys and a puppy. She's almost 2, but she's still very much a puppy, and she will jump up onto the ottoman sometimes when she's playing with her toys and getting a little bit crazy. But it's held up well. I love the color, and then also it's functional because the lid lifts up and you can have storage under there. So it's great for small spaces, and it really was just like the perfect little ottoman for our living room. My next Amazon home favorite is none other but our frame TV, which I have behind us. So when we built this fireplace behind me, I knew I wanted to have a frame TV because I wanted it to be flush up against the wall, and I love being able to add in the artwork option. I think it just looks really pretty, and we eventually did add the wood frame around it, which I think added so much more personality to the space. You can buy pre-made frames, but they were around like $500. And I knew we could build one for 1/10 of that price, so that's what we did there. But I love the functionality. I love how everything's on one remote and you can just scroll around. Even our DVD player works with the TV's remote, which is awesome because, I mean, I grew up in the early 2000s. I'm a millennial, and having to have like 10 different remotes was probably the bane of most people's existence. So I love being able to just have one remote, keep up with one, and that's all you need. So I love this TV. It has been well worth the investment, and it is definitely a large investment. But if it's something you're looking for and you do have it in a more decorative setting, this is a great option because you can change out the art. I've always got like seasonal art that we change out, and it's pretty. It's one of those things where if it's in your life, it is a decoration, and why not have something really pretty? So definitely worth the investment in my case. Following along with that same concept in our fireplace. So we added this Dimplex Revillusion electric fireplace into our fireplace build, and I purchased it off of Amazon. It is worth every penny and more. I rave about this to friends and family. I would love to put another one in our bedroom and kind of build out a fireplace in there. So Dimplex, if you're watching this, I would love to collaborate with you guys, but that is just an awesome thing. And I've talked about it before in our fireplace video, but the flames look real. It's got 3D logs. It has an option where you can change the color, the background. What else is there? The embers on the bottom light up, and it looks pretty real for what it is. And then you have the option to just have the flames on, so you just get the cozy ambiance, which that's what I love. And you can have that on in the middle of the summer and not be running the heater portion, but the heater does definitely work. We do like to supplement when it's really cold in South Alabama, which is very rare, but when it does happen, you like to have that. But I love it. I would love to have another one. So definitely worth the investment there. So again, since I am a mom of 3 boys and a dog, I love to have flameless candles all around my house. So I do have some over here. I don't think you can see them in the frame, but I have flameless candles and they're tapered candles. I love these from Amazon. They are this really pretty like gray taupey color. Like they're not ivory and they're not white and they're not necessarily gray, but I think they're just like this perfect pretty color. They come with a remote, and there's timer settings, I think like 2, 4, 6, and 8 hour settings for the timer, and they work. Like I've got the ones on my fireplace on a 4-hour timer every night. Like once the sun goes down, they turn on and then they go off about the time we go to bed, around 9:30. So I love those. And then you can have the ambiance again of the flames going, but not have to worry about having an open flame because no one really wants to do that. And then all you have to do is just change out the battery every so often. I actually haven't had to change out the battery in these at all, I don't think. But they work great, and they do have an option where you can just have like a steady light, or you can have them flicker, which I love. So they look really real and they're worth it. And it came in, the one we bought, which I will have linked below, came in a pack of 10, and I don't have all 10 out. I've only usually got 3 or 5 out depending on the season. But you know, if you wanted to add them all around your home, you totally can, and we might add them more places once we finish decorating everywhere and, you know, doing like little projects that we have on our list to do, which is never ending, but you know. Anyways, I love those. They are so worth the money. And then you don't have to continuously to buy new candles, because I do make DIY taper candles, but they burn super fast. And then they can get kind of expensive at the stores. Even when you buy them at Target or Walmart or somewhere, they just add up. So get some flameless candles and just be able to have the ambiance all the time. I have used these paintable outlet covers so many times. I've actually got 7 in our house currently, and I've used them before. So basically, I don't know if it's really up to, like, if it's a fire code thing, but I don't feel comfortable painting actual outlets. And I know you can get like a off-white, like yellow from like the 80s or 90s color, and then you can get white, and then you can also get like black or dark brown at the store. But like if I have a color that's not available, if I paint like an accent wall, I don't want to see a big white outlet. And I don't personally feel comfortable with painting the actual outlet that's connected to the wires. So these paintable outlet covers are basically like a plate over the outlet. So you'll have your normal outlet without a cover, and then you just put this on top, and you can paint it, and it doesn't come in contact with the outlet wired into your electricity, if that makes sense. And anyways, so these are great because you can paint them any color, and they are textured, so they actually hold the paint. They're not just gonna like get scuffed up and fall off. The paint won't fall off. But I've got some in our dining room, which you can definitely see where the outlets are. And since we've got the picture frame molding, I don't want to see that, you know, a big old white box. I want those types of things to blend in and not really be seen. And then again, in our entryway, we have that painted shiitake by Sherwin-Williams. So I just painted those puppies, and it blends in so well to the wall. So that's like a huge thing. And they're maybe like $2 a pack, a set, maybe literally only like $2, maybe $2.38 was the last time I purchased them. But they are well worth it. And if you're going to be doing accent walls, I definitely recommend that, because then you can just blend in your outlets. Obviously, you'll still know where they are. You can see them, but it's not like this giant white eyesore. So I love those. And I got ripped apart on TikTok one day saying that was the landlord special, but whatever. It's not a landlord special, and you're an adult. You can do whatever you want. So if people don't like that, oh well. But I love those, and they are definitely a favorite of mine. Another Amazon home favorite I have is my kitchen runner, which is also the same as my entryway runner. So this is a Lolai brand, and I don't remember the exact name and color of the rug, but it is one of my favorites. Like, I would probably buy it again if I needed to. I love this rug. It's super soft. It's like squishy. It's like perfect for a kitchen rug, you know, but it's easy to clean. If you had to spot clean, that's easy to do. I've even used my little green machine on it. I've also used a carpet cleaner on it because I used to have a big Bissell carpet cleaner, which has sadly bit the dust, but it was a few years old. It was actually like 5 years old, but anyways, and it hides any dirt really well. So obviously clean it, but you know, if there was a little kitchen spill, it will be okay. So I love them, and Amazon is a great place to get rugs as well as other stores, but I do prefer to get mine on Amazon, and they always have the good deals too. So definitely go check those out. Another favorite of mine are these beautiful greenery stems I bought earlier this year. I want to say probably in May. And they are definitely going to be like my spring and summer florals that I keep around in our different vases in the house. But I love them, and they were a 2-pack, and they're like super full. They're big and they're tall, but they're definitely bendable. So if you have a shorter vase, you can just bend the stem and fit them in there. But for such a great price. Like, florals are one of those things that are hard, but I really like these. They have that bright, beautiful color, but they don't look overly fake. Like, I mean, you know, obviously it's not going to look like a real plant, but I think they're really pretty, and for that price point, you just can't beat it. So I would probably order some more because I'd like to put them in my entryway once the spring rolls around, just to be able to have a little bit more to switch stuff up around. But I love them, and they are a great price, and actually a few of y'all have already purchased them, and I've had some friends purchase them as well, and they raved about them too. So definitely go get your hands on these. Another favorite I have is the mirror in my powder room. I was looking for this exact shape, which they had at Target, but Target did not have the right size that I needed. I needed a little bit smaller because that room is really small because of the pedestal vanity. But I was able to find this, and I was a little weary of ordering a mirror online and having it shipped, but it came packaged super well, and I love the color. I love the shape of it, and it's been a great purchase, and it was super affordable too. So that's another great place to look for like mirrors, or just, I mean, really anything. Like, I usually always go to Amazon first just to see, because I feel like Amazon is like this giant marketplace of different things. So then you can kind of go and, you know, niche down basically for what you're looking for. But I was really impressed with that mirror and I really do love it. So that is another great place to look for things. This next item is going to kind of tie into the flameless candles, but I got these taper candle holders and they are like a brass gold color. I don't know what metal they actually are, but they are heavy. Like when I bought them, it was a set of 3 for probably $50. I don't know what they are right now. I will have everything linked below. Because you know, Amazon's always changing. But for the price, I was like, well, if anything, I'll return them if they're not super great quality. But they actually were. They are heavy. Like I even had my husband, who was a welder, hold them. He's like, dang, like that's nice. And they're pretty and they're like that forged looking look. I love them. Like, and I keep them on my fireplace and I'm obsessed. So that is another great find for Amazon. So as some of y'all will know, we found an espresso machine at TJ Maxx a couple weeks ago. And I'm sure if you've been on Coffee Talk or seen different people's like coffee bar stations, they have these little like espresso tamping machines where they can keep all of their little gadgets, like your WDT tool thing, and then like your tamper, and like your little leveler thing. We don't have that yet, but I'm sure we will one day from Amazon, I'm sure. But it also has like a little spot where you can like put in your portafilter and tamp it down, and it's like a little box. And I got this one and it's this really pretty walnut color, but it's also just kind of like, it serves as a place to keep it all together. And then once, you know, there's always going to be coffee grounds. It's a coffee area. But it just kind of helps keep it contained. So then, you know, once a week, you know, clean it out, tamp it, you know, pat it over the sink and just kind of get all those little coffee grounds out. But it is an awesome product, and this one was a great price. And there's just so many different options on Amazon. So if you're looking for like a particular size, that's a great product, and ours was an awesome price. And I definitely recommend that for a coffee lover in your life or for yourself. That's a great item to have. A huge thing that has kind of been surfacing for the past few years, one was like the rechargeable light bulbs that you could put into lamps and not have to worry about where a plug was or anything. But recently, not like it's like innovative in 2024, but recently these rechargeable lamps that just plug in via USB have been going crazy, and they are perfect for so many different things. So I have a powder room, and when I host, I don't necessarily want to have like a nightlight in there. I don't love the way that looks, but I found this little mini rechargeable lamp and I love that. It is the cutest little thing. It's got 3 different brightness levels and it lasts fairly long. You know, I'll charge it like the day of if we're having somebody over or like a babysitter, or just, you know, I just want to be able to have that little lamp on for my kids. I love this thing. It is so cute. There's so many different options on Amazon as well. Like if you wanted a more streamlined one, they've got tons of those, but I truly love that lamp and I would love to add a few more to my collection, but you know, it's just one of those things where you just buy it over time. But I love that thing, and I think it was like $40, but it's been worth it because it has like a super traditional look, which again, kind of fits in with our powder room. But I love that little guy, and I will definitely be repurchasing more as the year progresses. And my last Amazon home find is another kind of like gadget expensive item, but I bought the Narwal Freo X Plus or Ultra. I don't know the exact word. I'll have it written up here, and I'll also have it linked below. I love this vacuum cleaner. It has an awesome app which you can go through, and when you first get it, it'll like map out your house. So it goes through, I guess it has a camera, obviously. I think it has to for that. But it'll go around your house and kind of map out everything. And then you can have, there's so many different options. It does mop as well. I don't necessarily use it for mopping, but it does work. I've tried it. But I've got a golden retriever, so the dog hair is just insane. Even if you do vacuum every day, you've still got to just have a little bit of help. And I love to run that thing at night just through the main parts of the house. That way we can just kind of stay on top of it, and it gets any little messes that the kids made or they brought in dirt that day. It'll clean it up, and it's super powerful. There's like 4 different suction intensities you can have it on: quiet, normal, super, and then like super powerful or something like that. But then you can also tell it to like go to a certain room and it'll just go right there. And then there's like a standard or meticulous clean setting. And I usually do meticulous because it just goes up and down through the house and works section by section. It maps out where you have carpet, and it will kind of determine how strong to vacuum whenever it is on different carpets. Like we've got a high pile rug that it functions great on in one of my kids' rooms, and also does great in our living room with like our super low pile, like no cushion rug. I love that thing. It was definitely worth the investment. I had previously had a few Eufys, like the super cheap ones. Like they didn't have an app, or maybe they did, but I could never figure it out. But this one was super user friendly. It still is. Like if there's ever a problem or things that need some maintenance, like cleaning out a filter or just doing anything, it will send you a little notification while it's on, and it's awesome. Like I was talking to my dad about it this weekend because he was asking for like gift recommendations for my brother and sister-in-law. And he was like, so how do you like that vacuum versus the old ones you had? And I'm like, Dad, this thing is awesome. Like, and it also has a I don't know if anti is the right word, but it's like the brush roll is great for dogs. Like it's not going to tangle. And like, again, with the old vacuum I had, I literally had to like cut dog hair and like strings or anything out of it. This one just sucks it right up and it's fine. Like there's no detangling, there's none of that. So it was definitely well worth the investment. So if you're looking for someone like a gadget like that, that is a great item, and I definitely recommend it. All right, y'all, so that is my list of 15 Amazon home favorites and things that I would definitely recommend to any of you, especially all of you. But even to my friends and family, I've recommended these items, and they are tested and true. I'm not just looking at Amazon telling you what to buy from what I think. I'm honestly recommending these things. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and be on the lookout for a cozy Christmas home tour that will be coming up next week. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend this weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. I am so thankful for all of you. And if this is a hard year for you, just know that I am thinking of y'all, because we've all had our hard years, and not that anyone's year is harder than the others, but just know that if you are in a tough spot right now, I do have you in my thoughts, and I hope that things get better for you. But I am thankful for every single one of you here. I hope that these items inspired you, or you kind of got your gears running for Christmas, or just gifts in general, or just heck, if you want to splurge on yourself. But I will talk to you guys soon, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.